It's Monday, and that means it is my comic collection day. Today, I wanted to put focus on one of my favorite comic cover artist extraordinaires, a guy that changed the game for many, and I think the medium altogether back in the 90s. He has since gone from drawing comics to starting his own gaming company with huge titles, which we'll get into in a minute. But I'm referring to Joe Madureira, who brought his anime style to the X-Men in the 90s, starting with Uncanny X-Men 312, and just changed the game. His influence really inspired so many other artists, including myself. But you've got highlights, like I said, his first time was on 312. Another standout issue here is, I forget what issue this is, but we have the Mutant Massacre redo. Of course, you know him from things like Age of Apocalypse. The standout issue, Uncanny X-Men 350, where we find out about Remy LeBeau, the Gambit, and his secret connections to Sinister. One of my favorite properties that he did after by himself, in Image was Battle Chasers. Fucking great book, which was his first step into gaming as he's created an RPG to carry on the story. It stopped after issue 3. I forget what issue it was. 8, 9. Anyways, recently picked up, but not with him on the art, but him writing. Phenomenal book. Such a great, heavily anime-influenced book. I haven't played the game yet. I really need to play the game. And then he made a trek back to Marvel here and there with things such as Savage Wolverine. Beautiful freaking art. And Inhuman. Drew the first couple issues of that. And even came back around with the recently relaunched X-Men of Apocalypse and provided some variant covers. All in all, Joe Mad has been one of the OGs and biggest, like I said, influences in art. He changed the game the same way Jim Lee did with his X-Men run when he was on board. And just, I think, the influence just went across the board to kind of remind people that you don't have to just stick to the comic book look. Like, you can take influences from here and there, and everybody started changing up their styles. You look at people like Ed McGuinness, J. Scott Campbell, everybody just started pulling influences from a lot of the Japanese culture, anime, manga, etc. But Joe Mad was one of the first, man, and I appreciate him. I hope to meet him one day because I've been, again, huge fan, and he's been an inspiration. What's one of your favorite comic artists that made this kind of impact on you? And what did Joe Mad do to you in the 90s and now as well? Let me know down below. Till the next Alertment Nerds. Appreciate you.